5 crazy references you missed in Encanto. Number 1. Butterfly in the sky. Every morning we unfurl from our blanket cocoons and try to fly through the day as gracefully as possible. Examining life through the metaphorical lens of the butterfly isn't a novel idea, but Encanto managed to weave nature's most tolerable insect subtly throughout the film. Mirabel's place within her family is symbolized by the butterfly. It is meant to represent transformation and renewal. The butterfly motif appears throughout the film and flutters across the screen at key moments in the plot. Mirabel's outfit during her gifting ceremony, the one that didn't go so well, has an embroidery butterfly-like patterns across the top frill. Her bedroom wallpaper is patterned after the adorable insect, as is the brooch she wears for the majority of the film. You can see butterflies dancing across the whirlwind that surrounds them when Bruno is peering into the future to discover what Mirabel must do to save the miracle. The film's climactic reconciliation between Abuela and Mirabel near the end is obviously drenched in a flurry of butterflies. A key piece of Abuela's outfit, however, is more subtle, the chain she wears around her waist, which features a clock and a key and is fastened with a butterfly. Number 2. Each of the madrigal's outfits allude to their power. Encanto crams a lot of eye candy onto the screen. It takes concentration just to keep up with Casita's nifty moves in the background. However, a keen eye will notice some minor details in the foreground, particularly in the wardrobe department. Each family member's clothing reflects their distinct ability. While some of these references are obvious, such as Isabella, who is always dropped in flowers, others are more subtle. Julieta, Mirabel's mother, who can cook food that literally heals wounds, wears an outfit with a mortar and pestle on the front and images of a heart surrounded by herbs and spices. Luisa's dress, which features images of dumbbells along the bottom, alludes to her superhuman strength. Camilo's clothes have a lizard pattern on them, a nod to the chameleon and his shape-shifting abilities. Dolores' dress has sound waves running through it, alluding to her superhuman hearing. Peepa's dress is covered in raindrops and heavily references sunshine, implying she has control over the weather. Bruno wears an hourglass on his poncho to symbolize his ability to see into the future. Abuela's dress depicts the mountains in which they live, while Antonio's vest is covered in animals. What about Mirabel? Her dress, on the other hand, contains images that reference every ability in the entire family. Number 3. The Doctor Who reference. It is difficult to quantify the magic contained within the magical household. The family's house, affectionately known as Casita, appears modest from the outside. However, once inside, the square footage appears to disappear into a mystical realm where the laws of physics no longer apply. This is on full display during Antonio's gifting ceremony, during which his magical abilities and new living quarters are revealed. The glowing, golden bedroom door opens into an expansive jungle with its own existing ecosystem, which is immediately populated by animals from the surrounding area. While everyone is in awe of Antonio's bedroom, other children's jaws drop and one of them exclaims, "It's bigger on the inside?" The line is unassuming in of itself, but the room deserves to be exclaimed about. Those who have spent nearly 300 hours of their lives following the adventures of Doctor Who may be smirking uncontrollably. The line could be interpreted as a deliberate reference to the Doctor's description of the TARDIS and its dimensional transcendence. The inside exists in a different dimension than the outside, but as the Doctor put it, it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Number 4. Dolores actually knows a lot. Dolores obviously knows all of the dirty little secrets of the town. In fact, Dolores' face appears to be fixed in the expression of someone trying to keep it cool, as if they don't have juicy gossip to spill. Whenever she speaks, it is important information. This makes us believe she knows a lot more than she lets on. Some of the things Dolores says imply that she is withholding information. When the family wants to know more about Mariano's thoughts, she simply perks up her ears, listens in on the would-be suitor's private conversations from across the village, and tells Abuela what she wants to hear. She probably learned from Bruno's case, in which everyone blamed the messenger. In terms of Bruno, a lot of people believe Dolores has been aware of her missing uncle's living situation for several years. She can even hear Luisa's eye twitch. When Mirabel inquires about Casita's injuries, Dolores remarks that the only other people discussing it are the rats in the walls. In the song We Don't Talk About Bruno, Dolores says in her verse, "I can always hear him sort of muttering and mumbling." That's the present tense she's using to let us know when she's aware Bruno hasn't left the house. Number 5. Bruno is slinking around the background before his reveal. We Don't Talk About Bruno became one of the year's most unexpected musical sensations. Many, however, may have overlooked a minor background detail that once noticed is extremely obvious. The man himself can be seen creeping across the top balcony behind Mirabel and her sister while they sing and dance during Dolores' verse in We Don't Talk About Bruno. The first glimpse we get of him skulking by isn't particularly clear, but the chorus continues, grappling with prophecies they couldn't understand. Do you understand? The screen zooms in on Dolores and Mirabel, who are speaking the line to the nose. And then there's Bruno. With glowing green eyes, he stands in the center of the screen, bobbing his head to the beat. How could we have missed that the first time?